All right, today we're going to take a look at the school-wide expectations and procedures for Lafayette High School. Your expectations as a student here are to do not disrupt the learning environment, follow all school rules, give cooperation and respect to all adults, be courteous to peers, and academics are your first priority. And these signs that you see here on this slide, those kind of work to reinforce those school-wide expectations with the keep calm and move along and respect signs, and the dress for the job you want sign. And that doesn't mean like dress like Batman. That just means to dress professionally when you come to school. Lafayette High School is considered a closed campus, and this is also includes our skipping policy as well. Not attending class is skipping. Leaving campus without permission is a violation of closed campus. You will be searched upon your return if you do return, and students may not leave campus after being dropped off, no matter how early, until dismissal or parent checkout. Students must come directly to campus if they're dropped off on our perimeter. Basically, the big thing you need to know about skipping is all of your attendance is done electronically. So if you're not here in class one day, then you get marked absent in Infinite Campus, and it's pretty obvious the ones that are skipping when they have been marked absent. Our dress code includes no tops with straps, no hats or head coverings. Shorts and skirts must be fingertip length. Clothing must cover the back, cleavage, midsection, and top of the shoulder area. No sagging pants. Cover all undergarments. No inappropriate images or language on clothing. And it also says to see the student handbook. Dress code procedures / consequences. Repeated dress code violations and/or refusal to comply will result in additional school consequences. Administration has the right to make the final decision on any dress code issue. Electronic devices. Personal electronic devices may be used in the hall, in the cafeteria during lunch, before school and after school. Personal electronic devices may not be used in the classroom at any time without approval to take pictures, movies, or recordings. And headphones may not be used and must be out of sight during the hours of 8:25 to 3:15, except in the cafeteria during lunch. In this classroom, room 129, you are not allowed to use a phone to make phone calls, to take pictures, or do movies or recordings, Snapchat, other stuff. Do not do that in this classroom, and headphones may only be used when you have been given specific permission to do so. Electronic devices continued. Headphones are not permitted in the hall during class change. Device may be confiscated for improper use. First offense, return to parent the next day. Second offense, return to parent after 5 days. Failure to turn over a device will result in school consequences, and students may not be in possession of a device owned by another student at any time. Hall passes. There are no hall passes the first and last 10 minutes of class. Limit of 1 student out at a time. Limit 4 per class per semester. The teacher may say no due to instructional needs. Student must use closest restroom on the same floor, and you got to keep your hall pass visible at all times. And appointments to see counselor, social worker, administrator may be made during class change. Tardies. All tardy students shall report to a tardy table to have their name recorded, given a tardy slip, and escorted to class. Students shall stop at the first tardy table they encounter. Your third tardy equals 1 lunch detention. 6th tardy equals 2 lunch detentions. 9th tardy equals in-school detention. 12th tardy equals referral to office and administrative consequences. Excessive tardies may result in suspension. For our class, if you are in the hallway when the bell rings, you are considered to be late to class, and you must go to the tardy table that you see in the bus foyer. Harassment / bullying. It's defined as teasing, making fun of, laughing at, posting defamatory social media comments, name-calling, spreading gossip, repeating rumors, or engaging in behavior toward a peer that is meant to demean, humiliate, or exclude. Typically takes place over a period of time. Students shall report these behaviors to an adult, especially Ms. Huber, Mr. Royster, or Mr. Shull. If using the stop tip line, be sure to include enough information that administration can begin to investigate the matter, especially location, date, time, and names of witnesses and those involved. Harassment/discrimination. FCPS has adopted policies that prohibit harassment and denial of equal opportunity for students. No discrimination is allowed on the basis of race, color, national origin, age, religion, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, or disability. FCPS is committed to an environment free from harassment/discrimination for all students. Examples of prohibited conduct include name-calling, unwanted touching, spreading sexual rumors, making sexual comments, questioning another student's ability, offensive jokes, pictures, or comments based on the categories above. Harassment/bullying investigations. All stages of the investigation are confidential. Statement of witnesses may be needed and may be required to be made under oath. Those accused have the right to respond to any allegations. There is an anti-retaliation party, which means if you report harassment or bullying, you are not to be retaliated against. And all parties have the right to appear to the FCPS compliance officer, or appeal to the FCPS compliance officer. The compliance officer, employees, students, and visitors who believe their harassment or discrimination complaint has not been handled fairly by the school may contact the district compliance officer. That's Miss Lindsay Wright, and her email is lindsay.wright@fayette.kyschools.us, and her phone number is 381-4223. And the FCPS harassment/discrimination complaint procedure can be found at the website listed right there at the bottom of that slide. Verbal peer conflicts. School is not an acceptable place to settle personal conflicts. Do not talk about your conflicts here, and mediation is available upon request. Profanity. All profanity is prohibited. However, profanity toward an adult may result in suspension. And I can promise you, if you use profanity towards me, that will be an immediate referral to the office and call to your parents. Lafayette is a no smoking facility, and that extends to all campus buildings and grounds as well. And this slide right here is just a picture of things that have been confiscated from students here at Lafayette High School. Administrative searches. The administration may search students based on reasonable suspicion that the student is in possession of contraband. Any student that has knowledge of another student in possession of drugs, alcohol, or weapons shall report this to a staff member at once. Reports are kept confidential. Lunch. Students are allowed in the cafeteria during their assigned lunch only. Students must stay in the cafeteria until the lunch period is over. Students may not wander the halls. Students may only go to the library during lunch if they have a library pass, and outside food items, example includes fast food, may not be brought to school unless they are plainly wrapped. On a side note for this class, if you have me during the lunch period, you are expected to return from lunch at a designated time, and you will be considered tardy if you do not. Attendance. Students shall bring in a note explaining any absence in order for it to be excused. Notes should be turned in the day a student returns. Notes later than 3 days are automatically unexcused regardless of the reason, and notes may be turned in at the attendance office. A drop box is available. Attendance continued. 16 and 17-year-old students may not be checked out by phone. In all cases, a guardian must come inside to check out their student. This includes students who are driving themselves after checkout. Staying after school. Students staying after school must be with a supervised activity by 3:30. Students waiting to be picked up may only wait quietly in the rotunda or outside, and students may not wander the building after school. And in summary, the administration has the right to make the final decision on any issue. Let's all have a good school year.